Hi, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Musings podcast. I'm your host Gungo Mildred, and I'm so grateful that you've joined me today for another episode. On today's episode, we are going to be doing the Bow Solo Challenge Part 2. So a couple of Saturdays ago, I did part 1 and I told you that we are going to be doing a part 2 because women do not mind embarrassing themselves. As I said during the first part, there are things that these women are confessing to that I would never dare. The things that I will confess to niyo kupatia mtu pesa sijui fair and stupid things like that. But hey, there are things that if I had done them the way these women did, mimi amngewaijua. Not even with a gun to my head. I will be like, it was not me. I did not do it. I was not there unless there was a video, like for evidence. And still I'll be like, are you sure that was me? Because maybe it's Photoshop, But women have suffered out there. Like women have suffered. Women have been through it. And I do not know why they stay. I don't know if it's because they hate themselves. Ama shida iko wapi, because there's no way you will go through all the things that these women went through and still stay. And most of these are not even husbands. They're boyfriends. If it's a husband, I can get it. Like I said during the women and abuse episode, I understand why women stay during abuse in marriages and stuff. But just a relationship, a boyfriend. Aki sutembe na yesu nani. Kuzata kama ni mapenzi kuna vitu zingine Hey, no. So, I want to go straight into it because I don't want this to be such a long episode. So, yeah, let's start. There's this lady who said, the bar was so low that I let him beat me so that his friends could say that he was a dominant man. Tell me why. Tell me why. Okay. Ati nichape ndo mabeshte zako waone we ni ndume. Honestly. The bar was so low, I dated a man who gave me STDs every time I slept with him, and I still stayed. Why? Why? Haujipendi? Ni gani ulikuwa unataka upate ndio uogope? Because why? Yawa. The bar was so low that I dated a man who didn't like to bathe and he smelled like shit and I still stayed. Mwanaume ananuka tu pupu. A man smelling terribly, and I'm sure if he didn't like bathing, he didn't like brushing his teeth as well, and that means that you still kissed that man, you still were intimate with this man. Because why? Hey, tell me where you got the strength to stay, because I wouldn't. When I was still young, I kissed. Okay, this guy kissed me, and I had wanted it for a while. Like I wanted him to kiss me for a while. But then when it happened, and when his kitchen, okay, not even his kitchen, that is a story for another day. But we were there and he kissed me. And I remember not liking it because of the way his mouth tasted. And then later on a different day, we were sat together talking. And then, because I wanted to find a way to bring this situation up, because I don't know how to keep things down. Like if you do something to me, I'd rather just tell you so that we can work through it. And so like telling somebody that their breath stinks is difficult. So I was trying to figure out a way of telling him that your mouth is not my friend and is not your friend either. So we were talking, I don't know what we were talking about. And then I brought it to that subject of, like it's like people who do not brush their teeth and blah, blah, blah. I just don't like it. Like, why don't you brush your teeth? And so he tells me that, that's not for everybody. Juu kuna watu kaa sisi wenye si lazima to brush meno. And we are okay. I was like, what? And then he tells me that, and then he tries to kiss me again. My friend, I beg. I beg. I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. I just don't want it. Because the first time I didn't know, and I was really looking forward to kissing him. And then this time, after I've known how it tastes, I was like, I don't want to do it. I tried to bring the conversation up, and it tells me that people like him do not have to brush their teeth. You understand? It's not just even the smell itself, it's all the other bacteria that is in your mouth. Surely. Everything you've ever eaten in your life is there. No. So after that, I never kissed him ever again. Never again. And because we were in the kitchen also this time, by the way, their microwave was terrible. It was chafu. Ushaenda kwa nyumba ya mtu kuna microwave ndani yake vile ni chafu. Like food is splattered everywhere. And I was like, your mouth, in my head, I was like, your mouth looks exactly like that microwave. Because when I asked him about why they don't clean the microwave, he was like, nobody wants to clean it. Lakini iko tu sawa. I was like, yeah, your mouth is just like that microwave. Nyinyi wawili, same WhatsApp group. I never kissed him ever again. Never met up with him ever again because now. And this lady stayed with a guy who does not bathe. Anyway, women have strength. The bar was so low, I found him with another girl in his apartment. I stayed with him and I even apologized for finding out that he was cheating on me. I will not even comment on that. The bar was so low that this lady got pregnant for him so that he could stay, but he still cheated. And when she asked about it, he told her, anazaitoa because he wasn't ready to be a dad. She still stayed with that nigger for 4 years. Why? Why do we hate ourselves like these ladies? Why? Why? The bar was so low that this lady became a stepmom at the age of 19, and this man was cheating on her with a 26-year-old. I thought things usually go the other way. Like the man is with a 30-something, 40-something, and he wants a younger thing. So he goes for a 19-year-old. Like this one had a 19-year-old and was cheating on her with a 26-year-old. And this 19-year-old was already a stepmom. Yeye ndo anachunga mtoto nyumbani. Hey. And the lady still stayed. The bar was so low that he stood this lady up for 3 dates. She still agreed to meet with him for a 4th, and he still didn't show up on that 4th date. Why do we hate ourselves, ladies? Why? Because I would have left him the moment he stood me up for the first time. I wouldn't have agreed to meet him a second time. And if I did agree to meet him a second time because chances or whatever, and then he did that again, I wouldn't have picked up that phone to organize for a 3rd time. I would have moved on with my life. I just can't. The bar was so low that my ex-bestie is pregnant with my husband of 10 years. And this one for friends, I got a couple of them. I'm going to read them for you later because friends are also like terrible human beings. And I don't know why. Women, why do we hate each other? The bar was so low, I gave him almost half of my savings for his investments and he still left. Like she gave him money for his personal investments and this man still left her. And you wonder, why are women the ones who are being slaughtered out there by men? Ati for eating pesa ya wanaume. Na wanaume ndo wanafanyia wanawake vituko. The bar was so low that this lady dated a jobless married man, and because in their marriage he was supposed to be paying the house girl, so this lady used to pay this man's house girl 8K per month and even went ahead to sponsor him and the wife for a trip to the coast for 3 days so that this man can take her for a trip for 7 days, and she's the one who paid for it as well. So she paid for 2 trips. One for the man and the wife for 3 days. And then the man agreed, so because of that, now I can take you for the 1 week that you wanted. but she's the one who's garamiering everything. Women, I'm tired. I pray for your souls. I pray for your hearts. I pray for your minds. I pray for enlightenment. Because what is this? Ati kuficha white. Unamficha white kama nani? You're not the wife. Hey, the bar was so low that this lady traveled to Dar es Salaam. Okay, from a different. So this one is from Tanzanians. I don't know. She came from a different town and went to Dar es Salaam and paid for everything, including her hotel. And this man still didn't show up because on that challenge she says that the distance was far. So to say maybe from kitu kama Nakuru to Nairobi, and then the man did show up. These are about the friends. So this is the same lady and her friends did her dirty. Like terrible, terrible, terrible. The bar was so low that her friend was dating both her boss and her man at the same time. The bar was so low that that same lady got pregnant by her friends. Now the lady who's talking about this challenge, by her friend's boyfriend, and asked this lady who's talking about the challenge to help her with half of the money to go and eliminate the pregnancy. Friends, hello. Because why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to your friend? Why? I just don't get it. Like, why? Why would you do that to your friend? The bar was so low. These are different friends, she says. Her childhood friend now dated her boyfriend as well. The same boyfriend who had gotten the other one pregnant and left her. So it was just her friends messing up left, right, and center. I don't know why they made her go through all of this. A different lady says, the bar was so low that I used to give him money to pay his rent every month and he still left her. Na hapo ndo nashangaa. Like when you pay their rent, do you expect them to stay with you? Like what is going through your mind when you're paying a month's rent and you're also paying yours? And he's not your husband. Like you're not paying the rent in your house where you are sharing with your husband. No, you're paying rent for this man. And then he will go to ghost her. Like after she paid the rent, he will ghost her for some time until he wanted rent again, and then he will come back. Again, another one about rent. The bar was so low that this lady used to do all the wifey duties, bought his food, gave him everything he wanted, and he still cheated on her. After cheating, she still begged him not to break up with her and continued dating him. And at the end, he told her that he was just using her as a slave. As a slave. Like that is the word that he used. That he was just using her as a slave. Whose mind goes there? Like, I'm just using you as a slave. So you continue doing whatever you're doing for me, but just know that I'm using you as a slave. I don't love you. The bar was so low that this lady loved him for years, for 2 years, even though she knew that he had a wife and kids. Same lady goes to say the bar was so low that she quit her job during the long holidays. I think she was a teacher, to come and see him. Ama his dad was a teacher, I don't know. But she says that she quit her job to come and see him during the long holidays. The bar was so low that I knew he had other women apart from the wife, but I still begged him to see me as much as possible. Who does that? Who does that? There's another one I saw that the bar was so low that I used to beg him to come and see me and even threatened him to expose us to his wife if he didn't. And that's how I kept him in check. Seriously. The bar was so low that this lady, she used to send him money whenever he borrowed. She would send it instantly. And whenever he would see anything that he liked and he didn't have money, he would call her, ask her for the money, and she would just send it. No questions asked. The bar was so low, the same lady, that whenever they would argue, he would block her and she would be calling him time and time and time again so that he can unblock her. Another lady says, the bar was so low that he never loved me, not even once, after being with him for 4 months, because he loved her best friend more. Oh, wanaume, the audacity. If women could kill men the way men are killing women because of the things that they do to us, a lot of men will be hurt. Because why are men doing this? And why are women staying? Because, as I said, this is not a relationship at marriage. It's a boyfriend who's doing this to you. All this nonsense. And especially the women with married men. I'm still, but then my mind is still reeling from that one that she used to pay the house girl 8K and paid for a trip for the man and the wife. So that mwanaume akubali kwenda pia na yeye trip, which she still paid for. I'm still reeling from that because it doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense. The bar was so low, she knew that he had a bestie who they were doing more than just being besties, and she still believed they were just friends because he said it. The bar was so low that the man will ghost this lady for a month and then she'd still forgive him whenever he came and said like, hey, how are you? Let's hang out. And she would go and hang out with him. How desperate can you be, sister? Aki, seriously. For a month, this person hasn't spoken to you for a month. And then he says, hi, can we hang out? And then you do it. You're like, yeah, sure. Unless you're also just using him for whatever he's using you for, I do not understand why you subject yourself to such nonsense. The bar was so low that he broke up with this lady and started dating her best friend the same week. And she was still crying, wondering why he didn't love her, why he didn't choose her. Like, what did the bestie have that she didn't have? The bestie had nothing that you didn't have, sweetheart. It's just that, yeah, pia atapitia the same. Don't worry. Karma will follow. Do not worry. The bar was so low that they made plans and this man cancelled last minute to hang out with another girl, and this lady still waited around for him. I think this is going to be the last one because, there are so many of them. Go on TikTok and just type the Bao Solo Challenge and listen to what women have gone through. And I saw another one for men. I don't know if I'll do the men one, but maybe I can. I can do an episode with the Bao Solo men, the men's version, because I also want to hear what they've been through. Because I know kuna wanawake huku nje. Hey, kanairo ni ile ile. They do you the same way you've done them. So, yeah. So this is going to be the last one. The bar was so low that this man got mad at her for not responding to his text within 5 minutes, but would ghost her for days. Narcissism at its finest. Because that is what a narcissist will do. Like, when I want to be there with you, you ought to want to be there with me as well. But when I'm tired and I don't want to see you, then I can do whatever the hell I want. But when I say jump, you should ask, how high, sir? That's how narcissists behave. And this is one of them. Like, You cannot do that. As I said, I text you today and you do not respond to me until after 2-3 days. Believe you me, hata blue ticks sikupei. Not even blue ticks, I will not give them to you. Hapo tu vile umetuma ndo itabaki hivyo, because I will not open that message. And if you continue sending messages, now I'm going to block your number and delete it, because I cannot take that nonsense. Na hata mtu aseme mimi ni sura mbaya, mimi ni nini, ndo sababu sina mtu, it's okay. But there's some madness that I cannot take. Anybody who wants you will show up, no matter how busy their day is. I used to date somebody who used to tell me, you know what, I didn't text you back because I've been busy. I didn't call you because nimekuwa busy. He used to work at a club as a manager. And he would be like, oh, unajua nimekuwa busy, job nini nini. You work at a club, my friend. Job unaingia saa 9 jioni. From morning to saa 9, yes, I understand you are asleep. But then you had to wake up, you had to get ready, and then you had to go to work. Any time between when you woke up to the time you go to work, you could have texted me. Number 2, you are a manager. I'm not saying that managers are supposed to be wasting time on their phones, but babe, seriously, you can pick up your phone and call me even at work at kama 25 minutes. There are breaks. Every workplace gives its employees hata kama ni 5 minutes break. While you're at work, there's a moment you left and went to the washroom. Kuni text tu seme hi, sasa hello umekuaje? How was your day today? Did you go to work? How was it? Ni kujibu, and then whenever you find the time, you can respond. Do you know that you don't have to respond to me immediately, by the way? Because if you're at work, I understand you're at work. Wake up whatever time you wake up and say, hi, I've just gotten up. I'm preparing to go to work. I'll see your message. I'll respond, oh, that's good. You get ready. Well, sawa sawa. Go to work. I'm okay. Come back and tell me anything. Tell me something funny that happened at work. I'll see it. I'll respond. Tena rudi baadaye during your break. You'll see the message I texted. Respond to it. Then go back. I will see it. I'll respond. So it doesn't have to be that you were sat down for 1 hour chatting. No. It can be we're chatting across the day. One simple message after the other. Text me now, I'll respond after 1 hour, you'll respond after 2 hours, I'll respond after 3, but we're chatting throughout the day while you have that little moment to type. But telling me that I've been busy, you know my job, sijui nini, the working hours. I listened to that man talk, and I was still young by then. I listened to him talk and I was like, okay, sawa sawa. Never texted him again, never called him again. After some time, because he was used to ghosting me, after some time, after he was done ghosting me, he texts and he's like, hey, umenyamaza. Because he was used to, even when he wasn't texting the first time, I was still texting. Why? Because I was told that, you know, like wanawake mnangojanga tu mtextiwe. Why don't you text fast? So I was trying to, you know, do this thing that we were told that we never do. And then when I was doing it, he was taking it for granted and not responding, not calling. And when I stopped, that's when he noticed and he was like, hey, it has been a whole week. You haven't even said hi. To him, I responded. I was like, I can say the same. Actually, I think I just wrote ditto or something like that. Because, yeah, it has been a week that I haven't texted. And it has also been a week that you haven't also texted. And I was like, oh, so can we meet up? I was like, no. Why? You never want to do? I was like, hey, Nani, we are not going to do this. We are not going to start arguing about the things I do not like doing. So, no. Women, we have to have standards. I know we say that you listen but you do not judge. But these ones, hey, my dears, some of them I'm judging. Some of them I'll take them for like you are young and stupid maybe. I don't know. But some of them I will judge. Because how desperate can you be? And these women who were saying these things, they are pretty. Like ni warembo nani. So ndio mtu akutoe self-esteem kiwango yenye you feel like you have to demean yourself like this for him. My dear, umetupa mbao mbaya tena sana. Because I don't get it. I don't get it. If you're young and impressionable, maybe I could say sawa, I understand why. Ama this was your first man. Although that lady mwenye alikuwa nalipa house girl 8k, she said that she was stigmatized. That's why she was so crazy. And that's why she did all those things for that man. Because this man never had to work now. Because whatever he wanted for himself, he would ask her and she would provide. The wife wanted some money, he will come and talk to her. And because she knew the wife existed, the girl will come like, aki wife anataka 5k. Na nisipompatia italeta shida nini itabidi nisikuone for a couple of days. And this lady will be so fearful of that concept and she will give the money. Do you know how much low self-esteem you have to do all this? Finding your man cheating with another woman, like red-handed, in his apartment. You stay in the living room while he continues cheating on you in the bedroom. Once that lady has left, you go to your man and apologize for finding out that he was cheating. Hiyo ni wendo wazimia wapi? Tell me, why would you do that, honestly? You find your man cheating and you're the one who's apologizing for finding out that he was cheating. Amekukalia kiwango gani hicho? Like, hey, Diawa, my daughters, my sisters, don't do that to yourselves. If there's a girl out there who's doing this to herself, and if you listen to this, please talk her. He's not all that, and you're way more than he would ever be. Because a man who does that is a rubbish man. That is not a man worthy of any woman. A man who cheats on his wife is not a man worthy of any woman, including that wife that he's married to. A woman who does the same, pia yeye, rubbish, takataka kabisa. Because if you have the sense to cheat on your husband and you think that you are something, that you are worthy of anything, you are not. Because the best thing, divorce and then walk out. Bila kuwa na shida yote. But if you are cheating, and then you're also making this person that you're cheating with look like they're the ones who are crazy. Ay, nani apana. That is just too much. So yeah, that was the end of my 2 cents or my musings on the Bao Solo challenge. There were so many of them. I had to filter through them because most of them were repetitive. Ama unapata the first part is repetitive, then the second part unakushtua, unabaki like, yo, apana. I can't even say that. Some of them I couldn't even repeat them out loud because women have been through it. Women have been through it. Iyo unaambiwa utoke ndi kama utoke Nairobi mpaka Nakuru ama Nairobi hadi Mombasa, ufike huko ujilipie hoteli, umejilipia nini transportation ya kwenda huko, and then this person doesn't still show up. Unabaki kwa hoteli peke yako. Unaamka the next day amekughost ama anakujibu anakuambia pole but siwezi kuja zuni nimepata some emergency. And then you have to hey. And then you have to leave and go back home. Na umechoma fare kwenda huko. Hiyo si ungejilipia tu uende trip tu ukae kwa siku 2-3 urudi. Cause why? Yo. Anyway, let me leave it at that. Ladies, please let us love ourselves. I said this before, I'm saying it again. Please let us love ourselves. If he's not worth it, he's not worth it. Can we learn to be high value women and value ourselves so much that when we're out on these dating streets, we have to look for the person that we are on the inside in this man. If you know you're a high value woman, you know where you stand, you know where your morals are, you know yourself vizuri, and you know what you can take and what you cannot take. Go out there into these dating streets and try and find your value mates. Like, unasemanga aura for aura, do that. Read people's auras, people's energies. If they are trash, they will show you they are trash from the first day. Like, if you are on a date and this man says that, I think we should do 50-50, walk out. I do not mind paying for a dinner date. By the way, I don't mind it. But if I'm the one who's inviting you for that date, fine. I'm the one who suggested it, I can pay for it. And even if you are willing to pay, please pray to be with a guy who will go like, let me take care of it. Any mwanze hapo kufutana kidogo, like you say, no, I'm the one who invited you, let me pay, I wanted to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then he insists, and then you finally be like, okay, listen, this one, I invited you, let me pay. And then the next one, you'll get it. How about that? Be with somebody, like let it be that way. But si ati tu mtu mwenye, from the word go, he takes you for shopping and he goes like, pay for them, I'll refund you later. Leave him. Pay for them and leave him. Never contact him again. Go back home and delete that number and never talk to him ever again. If he's insulting to the waiters and waitresses and the askaris and the people that he thinks are below him, he will do the same thing to you. Because he does not value as a woman, believe you me. He will do the same to you or even worse. So, leave him alone. Walk away. Tujipende madada, tujipende. Maybe I'll do the male version. If I can find as many as a male version, I can do. But if I find a few of them, maybe I'll just give them a mention and that will be it. But yeah, za wanawake zilikuwa mingi sana. Some of them you feel like crying because you're like, what happened? When I was talking about the first one, the name I was trying to figure out was Sophia and Bumpy. That's the name I was trying to figure out. That's like you can go to YouTube and just type Sophia and Bumpy and whatever will come up, listen to that podcast. Ndo usikize vile wanawake wanakipitia huku nje and how hypocritical Kenyans are and the things that they can do. Go to the comments and read on that video and just see what people are saying. People who have done similar things, people who have gone through similar things, and you're like, no, wanawake wanakaa wanatulia wanavumilia. Hey, Nyasaye, may that never be me. I pray to God that is never me or any of my loved ones, cause no. So yeah, I leave it at that. I hope you have not gone through any of the things that these women have gone through, and if you have, I'm so sorry. May it never happen to you again. May you meet people who have your aura. And when I say that, by the way, it has a double meaning because kama uko na tabia mbaya, by the way, meet chokora mwenzako. Ndio usiende kufanyia mtoto watu mzuri mabaya. So kama aura yako ni mbaya, kama tabia zako ni chokora, pia tafuta na chokora mwenzako huko. So may you meet somebody who is exactly like you. Somebody who loves you the way you love them. Like aura for aura. Mtu mzuri akutane na mtu mzuri, chokora akutane na chokora mwenzake. Yeah, so yeah. Comment down below. Tell me if you wish you are the Bao solo moment. If you do not want to do that, just comment and say whatever. Give advice to the people who have gone through this or whatever else you might want to say. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so that whenever I upload something new, you'll be the first one to come and listen. Okay? Bye-bye now. Love you.